I caught my wife making out with her boss in our doorway, so I went silent, installed cameras, built a case for months, served divorce papers on our anniversary, exposed every affair, changed the locks, and had deputies walk her out while I kept everything. I came home early on a Tuesday. That's it. That's all it took to blow up 5 years of marriage. I wasn't supposed to be back until 6. Site inspection got cancelled because of weather. Heavy rain made the foundation survey impossible. My project manager told me to take the afternoon off. I texted Candace that I'd be home early. She didn't respond. I pulled into our driveway at 3:15 p.m. Her car was there, which was weird. She worked downtown at the publishing house until at least 5 most days. I figured maybe she was sick, came home early. I walked up to the front door. And there they were. Candace, my wife, pressed against our doorframe with Wesley Hammond, her boss. His hands were on her waist. Her fingers were in his hair. They were kissing like I didn't exist, like my house wasn't right there, like 5 years of marriage meant absolutely nothing. I stood there for maybe 3 seconds. It felt longer. She saw me first. Her eyes went wide. She shoved Wesley back, but it was too late. He turned, saw me, and the color drained from his face. I didn't yell. Didn't charge forward. Didn't throw a punch. I pulled out my phone and took a picture. Candace, I said. Flat. Calm. Wesley. Wesley mumbled something, couldn't even hear it, and bolted to his car like the coward he was. Candace just stood there, frozen, mascara already smudging because she'd started crying the second I said her name. I walked past her into the house. She followed me inside, words pouring out in a panic. Calvin, wait, it's not what you think, we were just talking and things got out of hand, it doesn't mean anything. I set my keys on the counter. Didn't look at her. Please, just listen, work has been so stressful and you've been busy with your projects and I needed someone to talk to. Stop, I said. She stopped. I finally looked at her. I need space to think. Calvin, please, we can work through this. I said I need space. Her face crumpled. She nodded, retreating to the bedroom. I grabbed a pillow and went to the guest room. That night, I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and let my mind work through it. The shock was already fading. Something colder was taking its place. Here's what I realized, screaming accomplishes nothing. Confrontation gives her room to manipulate, to twist the story, to make me the bad guy. And if I'd caught them like this, at 3 in the afternoon, comfortable enough to make out in my own doorway, this wasn't new. This had been going on. Which meant she'd been lying for a while. Which meant I needed proof. I pulled out my phone and started researching. Hidden cameras. Ones that looked like phone chargers, smoke detectors, picture frames. Found a supplier that could deliver in 2 days. Ordered 4. Then I looked up divorce attorneys. Found one with good reviews, Tabitha J., former prosecutor turned family law specialist. Her website said she handled high conflict cases. This qualified. I sent an email requesting a consultation. Marked it urgent. She responded at 5:59 a.m., available today at noon. Bring any evidence you have. At 11:30, I told Candace I had a work meeting. She was still walking on eggshells, apologizing every 5 minutes. I let her. Tabitha's office was downtown. She was mid-40s, sharp eyes, no nonsense. I showed her the photo. Told her what I'd seen. Do you want to save this marriage? She asked. No. Good. Then here's what you do, don't confront her. Don't tip your hand. Document everything. Every lie. Every excuse. Every time she leaves the house. Get me proof, and I'll get you everything. How long? As long as it takes. You control the timeline now. Use it. I left her office with a plan. This wasn't about rage anymore. This was about strategy. That night, I kissed Candace goodnight like nothing had changed. She actually smiled, relieved. She thought I'd forgiven her. I hadn't. I'd just decided to stop being the fool and start being the architect of her consequences. Tomorrow, the real work began. The cameras arrived on Thursday. I stayed home from work, told Candace I was feeling off. She fussed over me, brought me tea, asked if I needed anything. Playing the caring wife. I almost laughed. The package was small. 5 devices disguised as everyday objects, USB charger, phone dock, digital clock, small Bluetooth speaker, and a picture frame. I set them up while she was at work. Living room. Bedroom. Entryway. all recording to encrypted cloud storage that only I could access. By Friday afternoon, I had eyes on everything. That weekend, Candace tried hard. Too hard. She cooked my favorite meals. Suggested we watch movies together. Kept touching my arm, laughing at my jokes, asking about my projects. Sunday night, she initiated lovemaking. I went through with it. Hated myself for it. But I needed her to think everything was fine. Afterward, she fell asleep with her head on my chest. I stared at the ceiling, feeling nothing. Monday, the gaslighting started. "You've been so distant lately," she said over breakfast. I looked up from my coffee. "What do you mean?" "I don't know. You just seem off. Like you're not really here." Classic. Make me question myself. Make me the problem. "Work's been busy," I said. "It's always busy. I just feel like we don't connect anymore." She reached across the table, took my hand. "Are you happy, Calvin?" I squeezed her hand. "Of course. Why wouldn't I be?" She smiled. "Just checking. I love you." "Love you too." The lie tasted like ash. That night, I checked the cameras. Nothing yet. But I wasn't in a hurry. Tuesday afternoon, I discovered the Apple sink. I'd been going through our finances when I noticed her iPad sitting on the desk in my home office. We'd set up a shared Apple ID years ago for family purchases, never bothered changing it. I picked it up, unlocked it, same passcode as everything else, her birthday. Messages started popping up in real time. My stomach dropped. Every text from her iPhone appeared on the iPad. Every conversation. I scrolled back through weeks of messages. "Wesley, can't stop thinking about yesterday. You're incredible." "Candace, same." "Calvin worked late again. He never notices anything." I kept scrolling. Found messages with other names. "Kenneth. Randall. Troy." "Kenneth, your husband still clueless?" Smiley face emoji. "Candace, he's too boring to notice. Works late, comes home tired." Perfect cover. Another thread with Wesley from 3 weeks ago. "Wesley, when are you leaving him?" "Candace, after the promotion. I need financial security first. He makes good money but I'm not stupid. Gotta have my ducks in a row." Wesley, smart girl. Use the boring ones, marry the exciting ones. Candace, exactly. He's a placeholder. Safe option while I figure out my next move. I screenshot everything. Created organized folders by person, by date. Hundreds of messages. Then I emailed them to Tabitha. Her response came within an hour. "This is airtight. Keep documenting. Don't change your behavior." Wednesday morning, Candace announced she got the promotion. Senior editor. Significant raise. She was ecstatic. "Wesley really went to bat for me," she said, pouring champagne at breakfast. Said I was the most talented editor he'd ever worked with. "I'm sure he did." "I'm so proud of you," I said, raising my glass. We clinked. She beamed. That afternoon, I checked the camera footage from the previous day. Kenneth had been there. Tuesday, 2 p.m. Let himself in with a key I didn't know existed. They didn't even make it past the living room. I watched the entire thing. Forced myself to. Needed to destroy whatever feelings were left. By the time the video ended, I felt nothing. She wasn't my wife anymore. She was a problem to solve. Thursday, Randall showed up. Friday afternoon, Wesley came by while I was supposedly at a site inspection. The footage piled up. 7 separate visits over 2 weeks. 3 different men. All in my house. On my furniture. I called a donation company. Scheduled them to pick up the couch, the armchair, the bedroom furniture. Told them I was redecorating. They'd come the day I was ready. Friday night, Candace cuddled up next to me on the couch she'd defiled 2 days earlier. "I've been thinking," she said. "Our anniversary is coming up. 5 years. 3 weeks," I said. "Should we do something special?" I kissed the top of her head. "Absolutely. A night you'll never forget." She squeezed my hand. "I can't wait." 3 months of evidence. 47 hours of video. 600 screenshots. Financial records showing I'd funded her lifestyle while she planned her exit. Tabitha reviewed everything weekly. Last session, she'd smiled, actually smiled. "This is the cleanest case I've seen in years," she said. "When do you want to move?" I thought about it. Our anniversary. May 14th. Poetic. Practical. She'll never see it coming. Tabitha started drafting the papers. I went home and marked the calendar. Candace saw it, kissed my cheek. Counting down to? You have no idea. That night, I watched her fall asleep, still playing the loving wife. Tomorrow, I'd start coordinating the final pieces. She thought she was playing me. But I wasn't the game, I was the referee who'd been calling fouls in silence. And the final whistle was about to blow. May 14th arrived with perfect weather. I woke up at 6, slipped out of bed while Candace was still sleeping. Drove to the florist across town, couldn't risk using the one near our house. Ordered a bouquet of roses and peonies, her favorites. Added a box of gourmet chocolates from that Belgian place she loved. Spent $200 on flowers for a woman I couldn't stand anymore. The florist asked if I wanted a card. Sure, I said. I wrote, to 5 unforgettable years. Here's to getting everything we deserve. She'd think it was romantic. It was a promise. Back home by 7:30. Candace was in the shower. I set the flowers on the kitchen counter, chocolates next to them. Made coffee. Acted normal. She came downstairs in her robe, saw the flowers, and gasped. Calvin. These are gorgeous. I smiled. Happy anniversary. She threw her arms around me, kissed me hard. You're so sweet. I thought you forgot. Never. She read the card, got teary. Tonight's going to be perfect. It really is. At 9 a.m., I texted Tabitha, today's the day. Her response, process server confirmed for 2 p.m. I'll be monitoring. Good luck. I'd taken the day off work. Told Candace I had meetings until late afternoon, would be home by 5 to get ready for dinner. She believed it. At 11:45, I drove to her office. The publishing house was downtown, 15 floors, glass and steel. I'd only been there a handful of times, company parties, the occasional lunch. I walked through the lobby with the bouquet, took the elevator to the 8th floor. Her department was open concept. Desks everywhere, editors hunched over manuscripts. A few people looked up when I walked in. Candace's desk was near the back. She was on the phone, didn't see me coming. I waited until she hung up. Surprise, I said. She spun around, face lighting up. What are you doing here? Couldn't wait until tonight. I handed her the flowers. Wanted everyone to see how lucky I am. Her colleagues were watching now. A few smiled. Wesley was across the room at his office door, pretending not to notice. I kissed Candace on the cheek, made sure it looked good. Be ready by 6. Tonight's going to be a night you'll never forget. She was glowing. I can't wait. Me neither. I waved to her coworkers on the way out. Professional. Friendly. The perfect husband. Wesley finally made eye contact as I passed his office. I nodded at him. He looked away. In the elevator, I checked my watch. 12:10 p.m. I had time. Wesley's house was in the suburbs, 35 minutes north. Upscale neighborhood, big yards, the kind of place where people minded their own business. I'd looked up the address weeks ago, drove by once to confirm. I pulled up 3 houses down at 1:50 p.m. Checked my phone, process server was en route to Candace's office. Tabitha confirmed via text, on schedule. He'll be there at 2. I grabbed the thumb drive from my glove box. Every message. Every video. Every shred of evidence. Walked up to Wesley's front door and rang the bell. Priscilla answered. I'd met her once, last year's holiday party. She was sharp, elegant, ran some kind of art gallery. Early 40s, pulled together in a way that made Candace's comments about her letting herself go laughable. Calvin? She looked confused. Is everything okay? Can I come in? There's something you need to see. Her expression shifted. She knew. Maybe not the details, but she knew something was wrong. Of course. We sat at her kitchen table. Expensive marble countertops, fresh flowers in a vase, family photos on the wall. Wesley smiling in most of them. I handed her the thumb drive. I found out my wife has been sleeping with Wesley, I said. No preamble. No softening it. For months. This has everything, texts, videos, timestamps. The color drained from her face. She stood, grabbed her laptop from the counter, sat back down. Hands shaking as she inserted the drive. I watched her open the first folder. Messages between Candace and Wesley. Wesley, tell me again how boring your husband is. Candace, so boring. Talks about zoning laws and foundation surveys. I'd die if I had to listen to another city planning story. Wesley, and Priscilla's worse. Art gallery pretentious BS. At least you're fun. Priscilla's jaw tightened. She clicked another folder. Video files. Don't watch those here, I said quietly. Not if you want to keep your composure. She closed the laptop. Stared at it. How long have you known? 3 months. I needed proof. What are you going to do? Already did it. My phone buzzed. Text from Tabitha, served. She took it badly. Building security had to intervene. I showed Priscilla the message. She looked at it. Then at me. Then she smiled, actually smiled, for the first time since I'd arrived. Good, she said, opening the laptop again. Let's both burn them down. Across town, Candace's perfect anniversary was becoming a public disaster, and she had no idea I wasn't even there. Priscilla spent the next hour going through everything. I sat across from her, watching her face cycle through shock, rage, disgust. She found the messages where Wesley promised to leave her. Found Candace's messages mocking her, calling her pretentious, saying she'd let herself go, laughing about how easy it was to steal her husband. That B word, Priscilla whispered. Not sad. Angry. She found the timeline I'd created. Every late night Wesley claimed he was working. Every business trip. Every client dinner. All cross-referenced with footage of him at my house or text to Candace. I asked him about the late nights, she said. He told me I was paranoid. They do that. She looked at me. How are you so calm? I'm not. I'm just done wasting energy on people who don't deserve it. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Mr. Morrison? A woman's voice. Professional. This is Gloria from Building Security at the Lighthouse Publishing House. Your wife has been asked to leave the premises. She's very upset. We wanted to confirm you're aware of the situation. I'm aware. Thank you for calling. She's asking if you'll come get her. Should I? No. She can drive herself home. I hung up. Priscilla raised an eyebrow. Cold. Necessary. At 3:15, I gave Priscilla copies of everything. She had her own attorney, someone she'd already consulted, apparently. Smart woman. Thank you for this, she said at the door. Thank you for not shooting the messenger. She almost laughed. I'm saving my anger for the right target. I drove home. Took the scenic route. No rush. The locksmith had come at noon while I was with Priscilla. New locks, new keys. The donation company had picked up the furniture yesterday, couch, chairs, bedroom set. All gone. I'd kept what was mine from before the marriage, donated what we'd bought together. Her clothes were in garbage bags on the front porch. Not all of them. I'd kept anything expensive that I'd purchased. Legally mine. Her cheap work clothes and personal items, she could have. I parked in the garage, went inside. The house felt different. Lighter. At 4:10, I heard her car in the driveway. I'd called the deputies an hour ago. Requested a civil standby, told them my wife might become volatile during a separation. They'd agreed to park nearby. Professional courtesy. I watched through the window as Candace tried her key. It didn't work. She tried again. Then the back door. Also changed. She saw the garbage bags. Started pounding on the front door. Calvin. Open this door right now. I called the deputies. They were parked 2 houses down, pulled up within 30 seconds. Neighbors were coming out now. Old Mrs. J from next door. The college kids across the street. The family with the golden retriever. I opened the door. Candace tried to rush past me. The deputy stepped between us. Ma'am, you need to step back, one of them said. This is my house. She was crying, makeup ruined, hair a mess. You can't lock me out of my own house. Actually, I can, I said. Calm. Quiet. Your name's not on the deed. I purchased this property before we married. It's mine. You son of a. Ma'am. The deputy's voice was firm. You need to calm down. She turned on me. How could you do this? On our anniversary? You were sleeping with your boss in our doorway, I said. Did you think there wouldn't be consequences? It was one mistake. One time. 17 times, actually. 3 different men. All documented. Her face went white. You've been spying on me? Protecting myself. There's a difference. The neighbors were definitely watching now. Phones out. Recording. Candace realized it too. Looked around at the audience she'd created. You're a bastard, she hissed. I'm the bastard? I'm not the one who brought multiple affair partners into our home while my spouse was at work. She lunged. Actually tried to hit me. The deputies grabbed her immediately. I didn't move. Didn't flinch. Just stood there while they pulled her back. "Ma'am, if you attempt to physical attack him again, we'll arrest you," one deputy said. "Do you understand?" She was sobbing now. Full breakdown. "Where am I supposed to go? Not my problem anymore." "Calvin, please, take your things and leave the property. You're not welcome here." The deputies made her load the garbage bags into her car. She kept looking back at me, mascara streaking her face, waiting for me to crack. I didn't. She drove away at 3:51 p.m. The neighbors slowly dispersed. Mrs. J gave me a sympathetic nod. The college kids looked entertained. I went inside. Locked the door. Stood in the empty living room where the couch used to be. My phone buzzed. "Priscilla, Wesley just came home to change locks and his own garbage bags. He's calling his lawyer." I typed back, "Tell him mine's better." Then an email from Tabitha arrived, court date confirmed, 2 weeks. Discovery request sent to Candace's attorney. "She's going to try to fight this. Let her." I smiled. Let her burn her money on lawyers. I had truth on my side. And in family court, truth demolishes lies. Candace hired Gerald Patterson. Expensive. Downtown office. Tailored suits. The kind of lawyer who makes $600 an hour look reasonable. She must have borrowed money from her parents. His first move was aggressive. Discovery requests, demands for financial records, accusations of emotional abuse and financial control. The petition claimed I'd been systematically isolating and manipulating her for years. Tabitha forwarded me the filing. I read it over coffee. "She's claiming you were abusive?" she asked during our call. "She's desperate." Good. Desperate people make mistakes. Tabitha's response was surgical. For every claim Patterson made, she attached evidence. Emotional abuse? Here are 200 text messages showing Candace's manipulation and gaslighting. Financial control? Here are bank statements showing she had full access to accounts and spent freely. Isolation? Here are photos from social events, friend gatherings, family dinners, all of which she attended voluntarily. Then Tabitha included the real ammunition, proof of the affairs. Timestamps. Video stills, not explicit, but damning. Messages discussing using me as financial security. Patterson called Tabitha 3 days later. She put him on speaker in her office while I sat across from her. "Your client has video evidence?" Patterson sounded tired. "Extensive video evidence. And texts. And financial records showing my client funded her lifestyle while she planned her exit strategy." Silence. Then, "Can we discuss settlement?" "Sure. My client keeps everything. Your client walks away. No alimony." "That's not happening." "Then we'll see you in court." The next week, things got worse for Candace. The publishing house launched an internal investigation after someone, probably Priscilla, filed a complaint about Wesley and Candace's relationship. Policy violation. Power imbalance. Potential favoritism in her promotion. Wesley got placed on administrative leave. Candace's promotion came under review. I heard through the grapevine, friend of a friend who worked there, that the office turned toxic. People took sides. Most sided against Candace once they realized she'd been sleeping with the boss while married. She started emailing me. "Calvin, please, we need to talk. We can work this out. 5 years has to mean something. Don't throw it all away. I made mistakes, but so did you. You shut me out. You were never there." I forwarded every email to Tabitha. Didn't respond to a single one. Harassment documentation, Tabitha called it. 10 days before court, Patterson requested another meeting. "My client is willing to walk away with nothing if yours agrees to no-fault divorce and mutual non-disclosure." Tabitha looked at me. I shook my head. "Counteroffer," she said. "My client gets everything, including the right to discuss this situation freely. Your client pays her own legal fees. No contact order." Patterson's jaw tightened. "She wants her day in court? She'll get buried. Then bury her." He left. That night, Candace called me 17 times. I blocked her number. She showed up at my house the next morning. The deputies came back. Told her if she returned again, she'd be arrested. The week before court, Tabitha and I prepared. She walked me through cross-examination scenarios. How to stay calm. How to answer questions. How to present evidence. "She's going to lie on the stand," Tabitha said. "Let her. We have receipts for everything." I organized the evidence folders. Created a visual timeline poster for the judge. Got character witnesses lined up, colleagues, friends who'd known us as a couple. Candace had no one. She'd alienated everyone with her lies. The morning of court, I arrived early. Suit and tie. Clean shave. Professional. Candace showed up 20 minutes later looking like she hadn't slept in days. Her attorney looked frustrated. We sat on opposite sides of the waiting area. She tried to approach me. "Calvin, please, can we just..." "Bailiff," I said. "Can you ask her to maintain distance?" He moved her to the far side of the room. Patterson whispered something to her. She shook her head. They argued quietly. Inside the courtroom, Judge Denise Watkins presided. Late 50s, sharp eyes, no-nonsense reputation. Patterson went first. Painted Candace as a victim of emotional neglect. Loveless marriage. Husband who worked too much, ignored her needs. She'd sought connection elsewhere. One mistake. Regrettable, but understandable given the circumstances. He made it sound almost sympathetic. Then Tabitha stood. "Your Honor, my client discovered systematic adultery involving multiple partners over 18 months. He documented it methodically. He protected his assets legally. This isn't a case of neglect, it's fraud, infidelity, and manipulation." The judge looked at Candace. Then at me. "I'll hear testimony." Patterson called Candace to the stand first. She was sworn in. Sat down. Looked fragile. Calculated fragility. Her attorney led her through soft questions. She described our marriage as lonely. Said I worked constantly, never made time for her. She'd grown close to Wesley during late nights at the office. One thing led to another. She kissed him once. Immediately regretted it. "Just once?" the judge asked. "Yes, Your Honor. I felt terrible about it. I was going to tell Calvin, but he found out before I could." Complete lie. Under oath. The judge made notes. Patterson sat down. Tabitha stood, holding the iPad, the one with every synced message Candace thought was private. "Mrs. Morrison," she began, calm and cold. "You just testified under oath that you and Wesley only kissed once. Is that correct?" Candace nodded. "Yes." "Would you like to revise that statement before I show the court video evidence of 7 separate love-making encounters, 3 of which occurred in your marital home?" The blood drained from Candace's face. Judge Watkins leaned forward. "I'm sorry," she said. "Did you say video evidence?" "Yes, Your Honor," Tabitha said. "Multiple videos. All time-stamped. All showing Mrs. Morrison engaging in love-making activity with multiple partners in the marital home while my client was at work." Candace's attorney stood. "Your Honor, I wasn't informed of any video. Because your client lied to you," Tabitha said. "Just like she lied to my client. And just like she's lying now." Judge Watkins looked at Candace. "Mrs. Morrison, do you want to revise your testimony?" Candace's mouth opened. Nothing came out. "I'll take that as a no." The judge turned to Tabitha. "Show me." Tabitha pulled out her laptop. The bailiff set up the courtroom display. She played a compilation, edited, court-appropriate, but devastating. Video clips with timestamps. Kenneth entering the house at 2:14 p.m. on a Tuesday. Randall on a Friday afternoon. Wesley on multiple occasions. Then the text messages filled the screen. Candace to Kenneth, "He's clueless. Works late every night. Never suspects a thing." Wesley to Candace, "When are you leaving the placeholder?" Candace to Wesley, "After promotion. Need his money a bit longer. Then I'm out." The judge's expression hardened with each message. Candace was crying now. Silent, shaking tears. "Your Honor," Patterson tried. "My client was in emotional distress. Your client committed perjury 5 minutes ago," Judge Watkins said. "Sit down." He sat. Tabitha wasn't done. She showed financial records. My income funding our lifestyle while Candace saved her salary in a private account I hadn't known about. Plans to drain joint accounts after her exit strategy. When Tabitha finished, the judge looked at Candace with open disgust. "Step down." Candace stumbled back to her seat. "Mr. Morrison, please take the stand." I walked up. Got sworn in. Sat down. Tabitha asked simple questions. I answered calmly. "When did I discover the affair?" "April 16th. "What did I do?" "Documented it. Consulted an attorney. Followed legal protocol." "Why didn't I confront her?" "Because confrontation enables lies. I needed truth." "Did I ever abuse her?" "No." "Did I control finances?" "No." She had full access to everything. Did I isolate her? No. She chose to spend time with other men instead of me. Patterson tried to cross-examine. Asked if I'd been emotionally available. If I'd worked too much. If I'd neglected the marriage. I worked normal hours for my profession, I said. I came home every night. I never lied about where I was or who I was with. Can your client say the same? He didn't answer. Character witnesses testified. Colleagues said I was reliable, honest, professional. Friends described our marriage, said Candace always seemed happy, never mentioned problems. Patterson had no witnesses. Candace had burned every bridge. Judge Watkins didn't need long to deliberate. I've presided over many divorce cases, she said. This is among the clearest I've seen. She looked at Candace. You lied to your husband repeatedly. You brought multiple affair partners into your marital home. You planned to financially exploit him. And you lied under oath in my courtroom. I don't take perjury lightly. Then she looked at me. Mr. Morrison handled this situation with remarkable restraint and diligence. The ruling: I retained full ownership of the house. It was purchased before marriage with my down payment, legally mine. I kept my entire retirement account. Adultery negated her claim to marital assets. I kept all personal property except items she'd brought into the marriage. No spousal support. The judge cited marital misconduct and Candace's own income. Candace paid her own legal fees. No contact order granted for 1 year. Marriage dissolved immediately. Candace sat frozen. Her attorney whispered something about appeals. You can appeal, Judge Watkins said. You'll lose. I suggest you accept this and move forward. Outside the courtroom, Candace's attorney wouldn't look at me. She stumbled away without a word. Tabitha shook my hand. Clean victory. Congratulations. Thank you. What's next? Forward. The aftermath played out predictably. Priscilla's divorce gave her the house and majority assets. Wesley lost everything, including his job. The publishing house terminated him after the investigation. Policy violations, abuse of power, workplace affair. His reputation in the industry was destroyed. Last I heard, he'd moved out of state, working some mid-level position at a struggling magazine. Candace's promotion got rescinded. The company restructured, eliminated her senior editor position. She tried finding equivalent work, but publishing is a small world. Word spreads fast. She ended up moving back in with her parents, taking a job at a small press making half her previous salary. She tried contacting me 6 months later. Violated the no contact order. Police gave her a warning. I blocked every avenue, phone, email, social media. I never heard from her again. Me? I kept the house for a year. Redecorated completely. New furniture, new paint, new everything. Erased every trace of her. Then I sold it. Not because I couldn't afford it. Not because of bad memories. Because I wanted something built on my own terms. Bought a smaller place across town. Modern. Clean lines. Space for a home office where I could focus on work I actually cared about. Got promoted to senior urban planner 8 months after the divorce. Reconnected with friends I'd neglected. Started hiking again, took a trip to Colorado I'd been postponing for years. Started therapy. Not because I was broken, but because processing betrayal with a professional seemed smarter than letting it fester. Began dating after a year. Cautiously. No rush. 2 years later, I don't think about Candace anymore. Not with anger. Not with hurt. Just nothing. Indifference. She wanted security while chasing excitement. Wanted a placeholder she could drain and discard. She gambled that I'd never find out, and when I did, that I'd be too weak to do anything about it. She was wrong. I didn't lose my temper because rage clouds judgment. I didn't confront immediately because confrontation invites manipulation. I built a case because evidence doesn't lie. I stayed cold because heat makes you sloppy. She destroyed herself. I just made sure the consequences stuck. And when the dust settled, I walked away with everything that mattered: my integrity, my assets, and my self-respect. She got exactly what she deserved. Nothing. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.